The fidget spinner craze is so hot right now, so today we're going to talk about the 40 best fidget spinners. Before we begin, we want you to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. EWR Spinner Fidget Toy. This is currently one of the best-selling fidget spinner toys on Amazon. It features a hybrid ceramic center bearing and 3 steel bearings in the outer spokes. It comes with a very simple design, yet it provides incredible spin for the buck with an average spin time between 1 and 3 minutes. It's pretty much a classic. Zest Spinner Fidget EDC. This elegant little number is made from CNC milled copper, with a hybrid bearing of ceramic and stainless steel sitting at the center. It spins for positively ages, thanks to the combination of the quality bearings and the weight of the metal. It might be considered a little too pricey, however. Victorum Metal Hand Spinner. This fidget spinner is made from copper and brass metal. It's ultra-compact and it uses only a single bearing. If we weren't so devoted to the art of 3D printing, we'd be sorely tempted by a ready-made number like this. Hand Spinner Warped. This curvy hand spinner has scope for a neat two-tone design if you have the patience to pause printing and switch filaments a couple of times. It's printed at 200 microns with 20% infill and takes standard-size skateboard bearings. Axle by Destroyer Brands. The Axle by Destroyer Brands is unique in the world of hand spinner toys because of the two-tier design. It spins from the center as you'd expect, but it also employs planetary gears within the open face frame, so the outer bearings will spin too. This little beauty is not 3D printed, but injected molded plastic. Batman Hand Spinner. If you read the comics, played the games, or watched the movies, then this item will instantly conjure images of the Batarang in your cerebellum. It's one of many weapons tucked away in Batman's utility belt. We don't recommend that you throw this bat spinner at a supervillain's head, however. Best used for fiddling while Gotham City burns. The Triplex. This is an aesthetically appealing model where the 3 spokes come together to form a 6-pointed star. The designer is also selling the triplex for fabrication via Shapeways in selectively laser-sintered SLS nylon in a variety of colors. Recommended ball bearings are 22mm OD, 8mm ID, 7mm wide. Knurled Tri-Spinner. This EDC, everyday carry, has knurled edges to make it even more tactile, though it might induce calluses on your fingers and thumbs after prolonged use. The designers have also added a peg cap, so it can be spun in a pinch grip or spun on a flat surface like a top. Recommended for the spinner mechanism are 4 standard 608 skateboard bearings. Dual Wave Spinner. The Dual Wave is a simple and minimalist hand spinner for folks who prefer to keep their fidgeting subtly concealed. It's a 2-spoke design with some smooth curves and requires only 3 bearings to operate. The smaller size should also add some variety to your spinning style. Anti-Anxiety 360 Spinner. To specifically advertise your spinner as a cure for anxiety takes some big cojones. The fact is, any and all hand spinners can be soothing to the soul, as long as they function as designed. But this particular model seems to have found a following on Amazon, based on the sheer volume of reviews by verified purchase customers. It seems to hit that sweet spot between price and quality, and that's plenty anxiety relieving in itself. Cog Triple Spinner. This is a very tactile hand spinner with grooves on the outside spokes. It's also very tough and solid. Having printed and used one for several weeks, we can confirm that this fidget spinner can withstand repeated abuse and it will not break. Spinning Fidget Toy. With the right materials, this hand spinner can look very impressive. That's because it has circular grooves on the topmost surface, so it can catch the light when rotating. The pattern only appears on the one side, however. Fidget Toy. This is a compact and discreet hand spinner with knurls on the inside of the spokes for better grip. Nice if you have smaller hands, but still want a 3-spoke spinner as opposed to a duo. Porta Tri-Spinner V3. This design has multiple tactile elements, with ridges, knobs, and curves to make it into an all-around sensory sensation. It may look basic, but it ticks all the right boxes for the perfect hand spinner. Fidget hand spinner. This hand spinner can be printed in one of two ways: one with space for counterweights embedded in the spokes, or one without. Fabricating without the counterweights means spins won't last as long, but the need to fidget is still satisfied. The version pictured is printed at 200 microns with 100% infill with glow-in-the-dark filament, and it looks the business. Seiya hand spinners. These hand spinners have a simple, clean design and can be printed in Tri, Duo, and Uno versions. Print settings are 100% infill at 200 microns. The designer recommends that you use 608 ball bearings, 8mm core, a 22mm outer diameter, and a 7mm width, commonly used in skateboards. Holy Souse Tri-Spinner. The Holy Souse Tri-Spinner is injection molded from ABS plastic, which makes it strong and durable. It also features a high-performance ZR02 hybrid ceramic bearing in the center, which allows for spins lasting up to 3 minutes long. The 3 additional bearings in the outer spokes are slightly heavier to provide additional inertia. All 4 bearings are removable and replaceable. The Newton. Here we have a tri-spinner where the 3 spokes are different lengths, but the center of gravity is such that it rotates perfectly. It certainly deserves the Newton moniker. Of all the creative variations on the fidget spinner phenomenon, this is the smartest. Fidget Tri-Spinner. This chunky fidget spinner is suitable for folks with big hands. It's also got fangs on the spokes to give it a neat speed trail effect when in motion. Hand Spinner. Here's an eye-catching remix of the Cog Tri-Spinner, trimming away excess material to provide more tactile ridges. It also has the benefit of reducing the amount of weight at the center of the toy, allowing for faster spins. Tri-Star Spinner. This is an elegant open-face design for the hand spinner, which prints as 2 separate parts. It may not be as resilient as the typical models, but it's certainly eye-catching. And as a bonus, this fidget spinner doesn't require you to pop the bearings in and out. It's incredibly easy to assemble. Hand Spinner 4 Gears. This is a beautiful hand spinner that uses planetary gears. That means a spin from the center will also cause the cogs on the outer spokes to rotate as well. You will need a few extra bits and bobs to make it work properly, namely 3 pairs of 16mm M6 screws and bolts. Ball Bearing Fidget Spinner Toy. As far as we can make out, this is the very first 3D printed fidget spinner to have surfaced on the magical electronic interwebs. It appeared online at the tail end of September 2016, and we can't find any design shared before that point. Does that mean this is the original source of the craze? It's a big maybe. Mini Ninja Star. Flit through the shadows like a ninja, and then twiddle away in stealth. Because this item ain't no shuriken, it's a fidget spinner. As with the Batarang, it's not advised to throw these at someone's head. Fidget Hand Quintuple Spinner. This is a clever variation on the hand spinner design, which uses only one 608 skateboard bearing at the center. What makes it clever? Because the centrifugal weight for prolonged spins are provided by M14 hex nuts, the rationale being that the outer bearings on the spokes are not strictly necessary. This is also a good opportunity to test out the method of adding metal screw threads to a 3D printed part using a soldering iron. Hand Spinner. This hand spinner features a groove on the outer perimeter. So, while it may look like a fidget sandwich, it's actually a tactile design element. It's also got an inner lip for the bearings on one side, so with a bit of tinkering on the design files, it can accommodate alternative weights like coins on the outer spokes. Pennywise Hand Spinner. Again, there are some schools of thought that adding skateboard bearings to the outer spokes is a waste of time and money. The one bearing in the center is perfectly adequate. All that's needed for the arms of the spinner are counterweights. This design uses a stack of 15 pennies for that exact purpose. Whether the coins stay snug and secure during a frenzied bout of twiddling is for you to find out. WeFidget's original EDC. If you're looking for a no-frills, no-fuss entry-level spinner, then this could be the right model for you. It's modestly priced and constructed from brightly colored injection-molded plastic. A good model to test and play with before upgrading to a more sophisticated model. Biohazard Tri-Spinner. This hefty fidget spinner packs it all in. It's got the standard skateboard ball bearing, plus metal balls and hex bolts. But as well as being a creative and perhaps scary variation with the biohazard motif, it also prints in 2 separate halves. That should make assembly even easier. Beyblade Fidget Toy. Spins not fast enough for your satisfaction? Here's an iterative design on the classic hand spinner with notches at the center so it can be spun super fast like a Beyblade. You only need to fabricate 4 or 5 additional parts. Hands down, this Beyblade fidget toy is our favorite model yet. Customizable hand spinner. We like this tactile fidget toy for its cloud-like design, but the designer has helpfully bundled 5 different variations in a single package, which can accommodate anything from 1 to 5 different skateboard bearings. Print them all and see which one suits you best. Glaive Spinner from Kroll. Diving deep into B-movie obscurity, we have this hand spinner inspired by the fantasy film Kroll. The glaive isn't encrusted with gold and jewels like the original, nor does it have sharpened blades to slay hordes of alien invaders. But what it does have is embedded magnets to activate the blunt, pointy bits when it spins. Also, you don't have to dip your arm into a lake of lava to retrieve it. Knurled Tri-Side Spinner. In a bid to stand out from the crowd and to add more functionality, this tri-sided fidget spinner flips the outer bearings 90 degrees. It's more complicated to assemble, perhaps, but it means the bearings will glide over your palm and fingers as you twirl. Dirt-resistant Tri-Spinner. This is the classic hand spinner design, made from sturdy injection-molded plastic. The benefits here is that the frame is smooth to the touch and, supposedly, resistant to dirt. The bearings supplied are high-quality ABEC 9, plus an optional bearing cap, so you'll be getting some long spin cycles out of this item. Adafruit Hand Spinner. The ever-popular Adafruit has a unique take on the hand spinner craze, devising an elegant model based around their company logo. They've also concealed the unsightly ball bearing underneath an indented hubcap, so you won't get greasy fingers. Full instructions for fabrication and assembly can be found on their site. The Swirl. From the same designer who brought us the Triplex, this hand spinner dispenses with the spoke motif for something more organic and, swirly. You can either download the STL file from Thingiverse, or you can head on over to Shapeways and have the swirl fabricated in a variety of materials, colors, and finishes. You still have to add your own ball bearings, though. Naruto Shuriken Hand Spinner. This is a single-bearing hand spinner that pays tribute to the Naruto anime series. Although the cap looks like it was made from carbon fiber, in actual fact, it's a vinyl wrap that provides the same effect. Fidget Spinner X6. The X6 is a small, lightweight fidget spinner with a diameter of just 65 mm. The compact size makes it easier to spin and hold for smaller hands, or fit more discreetly in larger mitts. Regardless, the X6 is silent and balanced, and built around a silky smooth SI 3 and 4 bearing. Triple Hex Nut Cat Spinner. This finger spinner is useful for smaller hands, and with a cute kitty motif that features ears and whiskers. It only requires 1 skateboard bearing to work, and the weights on the outer spokes provided by hex bolts. I can has fidget spinner? Giggle Hand Stress Reducer. It's remarkable how so many variations are possible with such a simple gizmo. Case in point is the Giggle Hand Stress Reducer, which offers the standard hand spinner design in a glow-in-the-dark material. Spin one of these in a darkened room, and you'll be the life and soul of the party. Thank you for watching. Join our channel for more interesting videos.